Hey everyone, my name is Rob, and today I want to talk about what I want to see in Call of Duty World War II. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is maps. I think it's funny to talk about maps, first of all, especially considering I am playing in one of the least favorite maps in Call of Duty 4. You know, Downpour gets a lot of hate, and I can see why, but anyways, here's what I want to see in Call of Duty World War II in terms of maps. I guess maybe I should talk about what I like in for maps, and this is in any Call of Duty. I like generally small maps. The typical three-lane maps in Call of Duty. Even Downpour is one of them in terms of a three-lane map. It's possible to trap people in their spawns. You have to kind of fight your way into trap people, and if you are the person who's being trapped, you have to fight your way out of it. Small maps, they tend to be really fast-paced. And since they're small, you pretty much spawn in, and within 20-30 seconds, you're going to find someone, and you're either going to kill them or you're going to get killed. Simple as that. Now, when I say small, I think a really good example of a small three-lane map in Call of Duty, I'll talk about Call of Duty 4, is Vacant. Everyone knows Vacant. It's a perfect size map, in my opinion, and it's great for pretty much any gun. Now, I do enjoy the occasional shipment type of map. That's when I say shipment type of map, I mean basically too small. You're pretty much gonna spawn in and either die or kill someone within a second or less. I do enjoy that occasionally. I don't enjoy it as much on the remastered version because it pops up way too often. It kind of felt like more of a treat back then. But anyway, that's pretty much what I want to see in terms of maps, and that's more or less what I saw when I was playing the World War II beta. Relatively small maps, not too small, and I just think it helps the game by playing on small maps. When you play on a map that's too big, me personally, I get bored, and that's whether I'm sniping or whatever. I am a generally aggressive player, no matter what gun I have. At least right now in the gameplay, you see me, I'm holding down a certain area. I'm not necessarily being too aggressive, but I am pushing forward into their spawn. And a lot of times, I will just be running from one side of the map to the other because the spawns are flip-flopping, and I'm just running right into their spawn. But that's what I enjoy. I like these smaller maps. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is gun balance. It's very difficult. Basically, it's impossible for guns to be 100% balanced. Now, I'm going to apologize right now for bringing up Modern Warfare 2 while talking about gun balance. But everything in Modern Warfare 2, everything was overpowered. I don't know if that necessarily qualifies as balanced, but what they succeeded in doing is making every gun class viable in some way. You could succeed in any map using practically any gun, or at least a gun from any weapon class. Assault rifles, submachine guns, light machine guns, sniper rifles, shotguns, unfortunately launchers. You could use any weapon class and get away with it. Now, I think I prefer every gun being overpowered as opposed to just one gun in the game being the gun that rules the game. And I think the best example of that is the MP40 from Call of Duty World at War. If you weren't using that, you were probably using the Thompson or something like that, but MP40, by far, the strongest gun in that game, and if you were using that, your chances were significantly increased. Second best example, M16 from Call of Duty 4. It's not the MP40, in my opinion, in that you could compete against it, and you don't necessarily have to use the M16. You can do well with a lot of other guns, and you don't have to use the assault rifle class. You don't have to use M16s. You could compete against it with certain submachine guns even. So it's really tough to find that in between area where it's balanced, but I think it would just be great if every weapon class could, just basically be usable. I want to be able to jump in and use a shotgun on one map. The next map, you say, I want to use the M1 carbine, in World War II, of course. And then a different map, I want to use the MP40 or the Thompson or the Type 100. I don't want to always be using the same gun from the same weapon class. Also, it's definitely important to have that that area of gun balance. It has to be there. Now, Killstreaks. I wasn't blown away by the Killstreaks in the beta. Now, I'm sure we haven't seen them all. There's a lot of speculation right now that what we got in the beta is more or less everything that we've seen, except for what's been leaked. Like the main, I think it was like the 11 kill streak. I don't think they gave that. I forgot if they gave that to us in the beta. I definitely didn't see it. But like the certain kill streaks that they didn't show us, particularly like something kind of like a nuke. We don't know 100% yet. We're not 100% sure if there is even going to be such a thing, but who knows. But when I say the kill streaks have to be worth it, I'm going to go back to talking about Modern Warfare 2 for a second. If you get a chopper gunner, that feels like you earned something. It felt worth it. You're about to get really, potentially, dozens of kills. It's amazing to be that guy controlling the chopper gunner. On the flip side, it sucks to be that guy who's getting shot down by the chopper gunner. You can't do anything about it, more or less. Whether you have, Ghost Pro on or whatever, it can't see you. It can still kind of see you, basically, let's talk about the World War II kill streaks that we've seen so far. Just examples. Molotov cocktail, not that good, especially now that you only get one. What else do we have? The airstrike. I honestly absolutely hate it. It looks really cool. I'll give you that. It seems like you're controlling an airstrike, and it's only there for like, I don't know, you're probably shooting for about 3-4 seconds, and then it's gone. You're lucky if you got a kill or two. It's just not impressive to me. The kill streaks, in my opinion, have to be better. While as annoying as it is to be, under attack from an overpowered kill streak, it makes it more worth it to get that. But I guess at the same time, it makes people want to camp more. People are going to want those kill streaks, and they're going to sit in one spot if they have to get them. So, again, it's really tough to find that area in between that makes you say, okay, you know what, this is the perfect kind of kill streaks that we want to have in the game, and maybe they did find it. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see. Got a couple days. In terms of the kill streaks, I think it's important to have certain particular counters to kill streaks. I would say counters. Of course, they can mean things like the javelin, or just something that makes you go invisible to kill streaks. If if it's like a chopper gunner type of thing, it shouldn't be able to just spot you right away. And really, these are the three most important things. Of course, there's other things I would want to see in the game, but in my opinion, they're nowhere near as important as those three things: the maps, gun balance, and the kill streaks. There's other things like hit detection. Hit detection has been a problem in previous games. Probably the worst hit detection Call of Duty that we've had is World at War. But this is Sledgehammer's first Call of Duty that they're making. We have to keep that in mind. It wasn't, or at least it didn't appear to be a problem in the beta. It did seem inconsistent. So hopefully they fix that. And one of the most annoying things is if you peek around a corner, someone sees you, you back up right behind that corner, say, and somehow bullets follow you around the corner. That should not be happening. That should not be happening on a next-gen console, on a next-gen game. It shouldn't be a thing. I think it's like lag compensation or something like that, but it should not be happening on modern day Call of Duties. I don't know if that was actually happening in Infinite Warfare. I didn't play it all that much. But, we'll have to wait and see. Well, that's it for today, guys. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.